Hey guys, please don't mind me, but something's been bugging me for a bit, and I really feel burdened of the Lord to just really share some things. Many of you know I'm a wrestling fan, okay? I've been that since probably between 11 and 13, and I first watched a wrestling match, and one of the first ones I watched was Chief Jay Strongbow, and I can't remember who the other person was. But I've watched that Bruno Sammartino, Ivan Putski, Hulk Hogan, yes, Bob Backlund. I've watched all those greats in one way or another, and I really got into it. And uh, the one big name that I've always known up until this point was, of course, Vince McMahon. And I'm posting this not just on Facebook, but I'm going to post this elsewhere. I'm going to put it on TikTok and Twitter and whatnot. And I want to have this out there. But I said something on TikTok a while back when all this started with Vince. And I wanted to go into this a little bit more because this is the worst part. I'm really disturbed. I'm disturbed because as a wrestling fan, there's something going on here, and I'm finding it really, really disgusting. Okay. If Vince did what he said he did, what Janelle is, Ms. Grant is saying that he did, then there's a problem, okay? There's really a problem. And um, really, really need to think about this. Now, I said a few things before, and I want to go into a little further detail, as I said, and I want to approach this from a couple of different ways here. Number one, I want to approach this as a Christian. I'm a born again Christian who saved and loves the Lord very much, and really approaching this in the fact that first off, I mean, you see in particular this if Vince did this, and it sounds like he did. One key thing here is uh, he's done some adultery. He's had sex outside of marriage, and you know he's had he's performed some sexual immorality here, some really deep, disturbing stuff here sexually. And I'm not a prude. Far from it. I mean, Exodus 20:14 says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery," pure and simple. Okay? There are verses of scripture that warn against it. You know, Jesus says that whoever looks on a woman to lust after her in their heart, when a man does that, it's adultery. It is. Just the thought of, and I believe looking at porn is a form of adultery. And I'll admit, I've seen some stuff, and it's enticing, but it's very deeply disturbing. Porn is very degrading, I think, to both men and women, and I'm going to go into that at another time. But the stuff that Janelle Grant is describing was really deeply disturbing. I mean, I heard people quoting sections out of it, not just sections, but parts of it, and it was very deeply disturbing. And as a Christian, I find that very troubling. I find that very troubling. You know, I don't know if Vince knows Christ. I pray that he will come to know him if he doesn't. But if he's done this stuff, he's really, really deeply disturbed. He needs help. I do remember something, and I want to share this with you guys. He was on Howard Stern quite a few years ago. I will try to find the clip and find it somewhere here. He admitted to Howard that he was unfaithful to his wife, Linda. And they've been, and I don't know how long it was that they separated here, that they're not living together. But he's been doing some really raunchy stuff, if this is true. As a wrestling fan, that really deeply disturbs me because it's really tarnishing the WWE. And I think that's really a sad thing. Hey, Jim, one of the things that really deeply disturbs me on this is the stuff that they're doing here to try to uh, take the focus away from Vince and this scandal. Uh, and I'm going to go into that in a moment. But I also wanted to share something here. I want to approach all of this as a survivor of child sexual abuse. For those that don't know, I was molested by a pastor within the Independent Fundamental Baptist Church, and that took a toll on me, a very deep, deep toll on me. So I am empathizing right now with Ms. Grant and wanting to hear her out. I know that there are a couple of people that, aside from Vince and John Laurinaitis, that are saying she's a liar. But as somebody who has been through this, I am wanting to believe her that she's too descriptive in this. And I mean, I haven't read the whole thing, but I've got a bad feeling here that she's telling the truth. And that's really a sad thing. Now, I'm hoping that if there's anybody watching this that has been through sexual abuse, who's been through rape, that, and you're a wrestling fan, that you'll understand, hopefully, see what I'm talking about. I really want to believe this woman. That's how I'm looking at this right now. But I'm asking God to give me wisdom on this, to give me discernment. And if you're a Christian like I am and you're a wrestling fan, I pray that God will do that for you. I want to go back into the whole wrestling fan thing. Hey, Joanne. Something that deeply disturbs me here as a wrestling fan is all of a sudden now they're trying to squash, as the wrestling term. They're trying to. There's also the term bury Cody Rhodes. I'm concerned about that, like everybody else. And I hear the chants heard yesterday. I was watching Raw. Like I said, I'm a wrestling fan. I was watching last night and hearing chants of Rocky sucks, which is pertaining to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, in case anybody's wondering. And then we want Cody. I mean, we're seeing it trending on X. And it really bothers me that this is happening, because there are people that are thinking, and I'm trying not to think this, that since Dwayne is now on the board of directors with TKO, I believe it is, that he's trying to Hulk Hogan his way into this. That's what a lot of people believe. And I pray that that's not the case, because if it is, shame on you, Dwayne. That's what I'm going to say right now. I hope and pray that's not the case, but if that's what's going on here, shame on you, Dwayne. As a wrestling fan, I'm deeply disappointed, and as a Christian, I'm also disappointed. I believe somebody's trying to cover things up here, and I pray that it's exposed. That's all I'm going to say on this. And if any wrestling fans have any feedback, any questions, they're more than welcome to message me privately, because I'll be happy to give just discuss and deliberate this, as long as we can keep it civil. I'm posting this on X, and I'm also posting this on TikTok, and I'm going to, post it on Rumble. That's my page, in case anybody's wondering. Just giving my thoughts. Thanks a lot.